Oh my goodness. It's not the kind of luck I need. Why am I getting lag? I don't understand. Bruh. I don't know why my emulator is lagging like that, but it's concerning. That is weird. I'm attempting an MU run, yes. It's doing some weird lagging, and I don't know why, but... Thank you, Deesh. Thank you, thank you. See? Look at this lag. What is this? Okay, well, if it's normal, then I feel a little bit... Okay, it's not normal. No, this is not normal. What is this? It's like he took an adrenaline pill from GTA Vice City. I don't get it. I don't know if it's because I'm streaming or what. Hi, Amaya. Yeah, it's not fun, so I think what I'm gonna do is switch to console. Well, okay. I'll restart the emulator first and see if that works. And if it doesn't, then I'll switch to console. The nuggets were delicious, Amaya. Okay, yeah, it's not want to work. I'm gonna switch to console because it's being difficult. My poor wire. I appreciate these cords being so long, but my goodness. Ugh, it's a lot.
There are legends that dwell within the hidden places of Neopets. Some are of the light, but others...
Oh, that's not what I want to do. technical difficulties. I'm gonna figure out what's wrong with my emulator later, because I don't know why it's lagging like that. Hello, crunchy graphics. Much better. sorry, Amaya, what is that? My brain just broke reading that message. Oh, a game like The Sims. Huh. Interesting. I've heard they have, like, a lot of Sims games nowadays. Games like The Sims. Hell yeah. I can imagine. I don't like, you know, hyper-realistic graphics in my games, personally. I always feel like it makes humans look a bit weird. Same, I love cartoonish. Oh, you bastard. Thank you. I will look later and judge. Why do you think you're getting sick? You might be having sinus issues, because I had a pretty bad sinus infection like a week ago, and it was rough. Whoa. Where do I go from here? There we go. Oh no, you don't, motherfucker. Come on. Come on. There we go. They are coming, I promise. Sim streams are coming. The bad thing is, I always cheat whenever I play Sims, so I gotta get used to not cheating. Huh. Dude, I always cheat fucking the needs up. I can't be asked half the time. I'm like, I have a story I need to tell here. You can't go to the bathroom right now. And Jonah was like, nobody's gonna want to watch you cheat. And I was like, yeah, I guess that's fair. Fine. The toddlers in Sims 2 are little demons. Dude. When I have toddlers in The Sims 2, I just put down pet beds and pet food bowls, and I let them survive on their own. Self-sufficient toddlers. It's amazing. You potty train them and they're good to go. Oh my god, the fucking YouTube videos of Sims 2 back in the day were so dramatic. Like, the most sad-ass machinimas you've ever seen in your life. So many emo people. It was a glorious time. I remember seeing that video of the mod where you could put the baby on the barbecue as a kid, and I lost my fucking shit laughing. I thought it was the funniest fucking thing. That shit was so funny to me. Literally peak of the internet. Oh my god, Tormund. No! Oh my god! You were almost dead. Come back here. You fuck. This is why nobody loves you, Narcus. I do remember that, but I never played it. But I remember seeing people play it whenever I was growing up, I guess you could say. I'm trying to think of stuff that we could play together. But, like, I really don't play many multiplayer games to begin with. That's the problem. I'm always like, I hate people. It was for perverts, dude. That game was so perverted. I have never played Roblox either, but that was another thing that, like, I saw other people play growing up. Have you ever played RuneScape? That was an online game that I played. I liked RuneScape. RuneScape. I feel like I don't really enunciate. Yeah, I loved it as a kid, and they brought back like the old school RuneScape, so it's just like how it was whenever we were kids. It's great. I don't like the new RuneScape. It's not the same. I have a confession. What's your confession? Well, that's not that bad. Everybody has their thing, dude. Oh, people get insane with mobile games, dude. That's why I don't play them. Because, like, just the amount of whales that just spend so much fucking money on the game just to win is outrageous. Like, I used to play, like, Dragon Veil and shit, but, like, bruh. The amount of dragons that I was never going to get, it's not worth it. But if you have the dedication to actually play something like that and not spend the money, I salute the fuck out of you. It's impressive. Yeah, I can imagine it's also a cool place to meet people. The only people I met on RuneScape were people who just gave me money and shit because I was a girl, so... Yeah, dude, once people find out you're a girl, they're like all over you to help you. Just be a girl, act helpless, you get all kinds of free shit on RuneScape. It was nice. I'm hoping to find a sugar daddy. It's not hard. Go to the Grand Exchange, just look helpless. Oh my god. Say you need help with a quest or something, get to talking with somebody, and they'll give you a bunch of gold. It happened to me. Like, I wasn't even looking for it, dude. I genuinely needed somebody's help with the quest in order to complete it. Because, like, for that one quest, you need another player's help. And so I was hunting somebody down, and they ended up giving me all kinds of shit, and I was like, hey, well, fuck yeah. I got set up. Girls so slow, helpless, petite. What's funny is Jonah told me he used to do the exact same thing on RuneScape. I was like, good for you, babe. Yes! So many dudes pretend to be girls. So many, and they always fall for it. Very smart. Jonah, more like Joanne. Oh my god, I'm gonna tell him that later. My brother was also like an OG scammer on RuneScape back in the day. Like, he would scam so many people out of their money using the old trade trick or whatever. And then he would sit me in front of the computer for hours to like chop down trees and shit for him. And I was fucking happy to, because I thought it was fun as shit. Not the gay brother, the straight brother. They both still game, but not as much. My gay brother did also play RuneScape, but I don't know if he scammed people on it as much as the other one did. Yeah, I never really got into Minecraft. I don't know what it is. I feel that, dude. The Sims 2 Castaway is kind of like that. It's a lot of grinding for little reward. That is one thing that I definitely want to stream when I start streaming Sims, is things like The Sims 2 Castaway, because I really want you to see that. It is so good, dude. And it's such a weird spin-off for The Sims, but it works. I never played the PC version, Castaway Stories or whatever it's called. I only played the PS2 version, but it's dope. Actually, no, I lie. I also played the DS version of it, but the DS version of it is so weird and strange and different all on its own that, like, I don't know how to feel about it. Yeah, Sims 2 was like the most fun acid trip you could think of. Sims 4 is like beige, bland, boring corporate America. It's no fun. I also bought Herb's Sims in the City at a game store not that long ago. And I've never played that one, actually. I want to play it one day. I'll probably play it on stream one day or something. But that one was like $20, $30. It was unreasonably priced for fucking herbs. I was like, god damn. And also, you're right. Sims 4 has no lore. They just steal what they can from fucking Sims 2 and 3 and rewrite it terribly. I played Sims 2 the most, but there was also a period of years where all I had was Sims 3, and that was all that I played. So, like, I had my phase with Sims 3. So, I have love and respect for Sims 3, but I've never had any desire to go back to it, if that makes sense. Because I'm not going to lie, the way the Sims look in Sims 3 has always kind of... They just always look a little bit weird to me. Like, their faces, it's something about them. They're so round. It sounds so weird of me to say, but I don't know what it is. The open world was, like, my favorite part of it. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yes. Yeah, I loved the open world in Sims 3. If I could have that in Sims 2, I'd be perfectly happy. Oh, that was awful. That too, I liked how I could make the clothes and everything whatever color I wanted. But then I get pissed whenever I made a sim with pink hair and her baby had pink hair. And I'm like, okay. This makes sense. World Adventures was the shit. World Adventures was my favorite expansion pack. All I wanted to do was raid tombs and shit. Oh, you're bringing me back, Amaya. I'd go to France and fuck everyone. Oh my god. There are two types of people. Honestly, though, that's what I love about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, is, like, you can choose to be, like, a seductress vampire if you want, and just, like, seduce everybody in the game and fuck them. It's great. And gender doesn't matter either. So, very inclusive of them. Oh, that sucked. There's a vacation world similar to the China one in Sims 2. And when you go there, you can, like, learn how to teleport from a ninja. And it's my favorite fucking thing. My favorite useless detail about Sims 2 is that pregnant Sims can't scoop litter boxes, because that is also the case in real life. And I just love that they bothered to add that in. Yeah, the ammonia. Toxoplasmosis, whatever the fuck it's called. Oh yeah, male Sims can get pregnant by aliens in Sims 2. That's also one of my favorite things about it. Oh man, I bet Sims 4 aliens suck. Sims 2 aliens were awesome. Yeah, you can kick gravestones in Sims 2, and it actually increases your fun, which is like ultimate level of petty. And I think if like the Sim had a bad enough relationship with the person, they can like dance on their grave or something. It's wild. Or they'll like go to their grave and start like cheering and whooping and hollering. The social bunny is a fucking nightmare. He scares the shit out of me. Like, oh my god. I love the therapist, but the social bunny is, ugh. Yeah, teen acne. That amazed me as a kid. Once I realized that I could see pimples on my Sim's face, I was like, no shit. And I found out that actually happens if their hygiene like gets too low too often or something like that. So much detail. Oh my god, that's so real. They will make an acne pack and charge $40. Oh, you fucking bastards. Dude, yes, the fucking clothing stores, the grocery stores, all the stores. And then you actually had to go to a store and find a little cell phone kiosk and buy your Sim a cell phone. Except I downloaded mods for that, so I don't actually have to leave the lot to go shopping anymore, but the option's always there. Oh my god, just die already. Fucking cunt. Are you serious? It's still broken? Dude, I don't even know why people still give them money. Like, what kind of fucking business do they even think they're running? I'm just so angry at EA, don't even get me started. They've ruined something I love and cherish. And getting rid of Max's was the start. Probably, yeah, but honestly, to me, the graphics aren't even that great. I'm biased as hell, and I've had people argue with me, but I think Sims 2 looks better. I really do. Yeah, pixels and whatnot, yeah, it's old as fuck, but like, the design itself, I think, looks better than the design of Sims 4. I feel like Sims 4 is so cartoony that it's ugly. I've heard that the building is amazing, so I'll give it that. If you like building, go for it, have at it. But like, yeah, Sims 2 was clearly made with love and care. And also Sims 2 has a, like, balance. Like, it has good building, and it has good, you know, playability if you actually want to put your Sims in the house and play them. I build and log off. Yeah, that's the sign of a bad Sims game, if all you do is build in it. I can see that purely because, like, farming wasn't really something we had in Sims 2. We had gardening, but, you know. There's only so much to it. But they do have mods for Sims 2 to add, like, farm animals and all kinds of shit now, so. Faerie vibes. I love that. I do also miss the fairies and the mermaids from Sims 3, bitch. Oh my god. They were my shit. Island Adventure was my shit, even if it was broken as fuck. Oh my goodness. Getting to go scuba diving. The wings, the fairy houses, they were so cute. Yes! Because that was one thing you actually couldn't do in Sims 2, was like have an actual hotel. So that was nice. I will say though, Sims 2 open for business, fucking stellar. The amount of just different businesses that you could have was amazing. Do it, Amaya. Sims is calling. Make a sim of me. Give me the mooch. I'll make Jonah and we can clean our house. Oh, I love this idea. He might not love it, but I love it. I went to the trouble of installing so many mods just so I could have polyamorous couples in The Sims 2, but it was worth it. Because, like, my Sims... Because I downloaded ACR, which is the Autonomous Casual Romance, and it basically makes the Sims, like, just, you know, fuck and hook up and shit on their own. And because of that, everybody kept falling in love with each other. And I was like, fuck it, you're all just gonna get married to each other, because this is too much to deal with. I just made mine cheaters first. The amount of ridiculousness that ensues from having ACR installed is wild. Sims 3 University and Sims 2 University. They both pop off. That is a fever dream. Fuck, I forgot about that one. What even was that pack? Because, like, back in the day, I couldn't afford Sims 3 and all the packs, but I wanted them. So I, you know, put on my pirate hat and sailed the 7 seas, right? And I downloaded Sweet Treats just because it was one of the packs, and I didn't look too closely. And then when I was looking at my game, I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, what the fuck is this shit? It was so weird. And I liked Katy Perry at the time, and even I thought it was weird. Like, it didn't fit anywhere. You go to put that in a Sim house, and it stood out like a sore thumb. The aesthetic did not match. Fucking Candyland. Amaya, I am looking at those pictures you just sent. They are creepy. I don't know how to feel about this. Late Night was a good pack. So awful. Oof. That's what I hate. I hate Uncanny Valley. And I feel like so many games give Uncanny Valley nowadays. And people think that I'm just hating on graphics, but it's like, no, it's the same deal with like robots, right? You see a robot that looks too realistic, and it's Uncanny Valley. I hate it. It is so weird. I'm glad you feel the same way, because I feel like I'm crazy. Like, Sims 2 Sims had the perfect amount of, like, balance between cartoonish and realistic. But it would still freak me the fuck out when they do that thing where they would, like, break the fourth wall and stare directly at the camera into your soul. They're pixels, and it's still weird. Now, if they looked human, it'd be even worse. I'm glad you remember that. Literally. And then half the time they do it right after I ask them to do something, and it's like, what? Are you disrespecting me? I can't wait to show you all these wacky spin-off console versions. Sims 2, I swear up and down, is the easiest game to mod. It is so easy. It is disturbingly easy. If you know how to, like, navigate your file explorer on your computer, you can mod Sims 2. It's not hard at all. That is true. It doesn't need mods, but it's fun to be able to do it. I might do a stream like that one day. Watch me be horrified at Sims 4. Maybe. Devil's lettuce. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that fucked? But I think it's legal, like, in, like, almost pretty much damn near every state surrounding it. So. We will find a way. Like, I'm pretty sure if you look at the map, like, every state surrounding Indiana is legal. They're getting closed in. Is it legal in Maryland? Oh, you are such a homie. That's sweet of you. Oh, you are lucky. I'm definitely making a trip to come see you sometime. That must be nice. You are the shit, dude. Love you. I was wondering too if that was what you did. I can't believe that works. Well, that is interesting and good to know, because, like, I was looking into flying not that long ago to go see Jonah, which I don't need to anymore. But, like, I was so terrified of getting on a plane with anything that I was just going to leave it all at home. But that does make sense. They should be worried about harder stuff anyway. Yeah, I don't know if... I wouldn't risk flour myself. That might be a bit too risky. Oh, that sucked. Oh my gosh, I love telling this story. I'm so glad you asked. So, I met Jonah a long, long time ago, right? Because, like, I'm 25, he's 30. And growing up, he was friends with my middle brother. And he obviously met me when I was, like, a little girl. And I just thought he was one of my older brother's cute friends. And, like, we barely really knew each other back then. And fast forward a few years, and my brother randomly gives me this shirt that's, like, it's blue and it's got squirrels on it, and it says "back off my nuts," and he tells me that, like, it's one of his friend's shirts and he didn't need it, so he gave it to me. And I was like, all right. And I kept the shirt. I wore it a lot, whatever. And then Dylan, my brother, let's see, a few years later, while I was living here, as an adult, I was like, I was hunting for a relationship, honestly. I wanted somebody. And I was not having any luck. And my brother was like, hey, you remember Jonah? He just got back into town. You should text him, because he also smokes dabs. Because my brother knew that I smoked dabs. And I was like, alright. And that was, like, the first time in my life that I ever actually, like, texted a guy first and was like, hey, you want to hang out? But he was like, yeah, sure. And he came over. I know, it's so ridiculous. He came over and he wasn't intending to spend the night that first night, but he spent the night anyway because I begged him. And yeah. And then a few weeks ago, I'm packing up all of our stuff to move, and I find that blue shirt, and I start telling him, I'm like, hey, babe, all these years ago, my brother gave me this shirt, and I don't know which friend it belonged to. And he was like, that was my shirt. And I was like, oh, really? So I was wearing your shirt all those years. Yeah, my brother Dylan got a shout out whenever we were reading our wedding vows. It was pretty funny. He was very proud of himself that it actually worked out. He does not look 30, no. No, indeed. I feel like we both could still pass for teenagers if we tried, honestly. Especially whenever he shaves, he has such a baby face. I feel that. Teenagers for life. It really worked out perfectly with Jonah too, because like I didn't have to introduce him to my family. My family already knew him and his family, because he's got 2 older brothers, just like I have 2 older brothers, and they were all friends growing up. Like, our parents had already met. I was like, this is nice. Yes, that is also true. He gets another point. It's gonna sound bad, but I am like so unfamiliar with the northern states. I don't even know like how far Indiana is from Maryland. Like, how many states away is it? I hope Indiana has canes, because oh my gosh, I love canes. Two states away. That's not fucking bad at all. We have never been this close before. Holy shit. Amaya, how long have we known each other? Fuck. 10 years, motherfucker. West Virginia, Ohio, and Indiana. Got it. 10 years, and this is going to be the closest we've ever been. So exciting. I'm 25. I shouldn't feel old. Yeah, that's fair. I remember being in freshman year, so I was about 15 too. We are so young. But then I think part of the problem is people are talking about the 2000s like it's vintage and retro now, and it's kind of disturbing to me. My 12-year-old nephew says I'm old. Jonah says he's old all the time. He calls himself an old man constantly. Ooh, Chicago. Most of what I know about Chicago comes from Shameless. Big city. That would be such culture shock for me, man. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get used to big cities. Dude, I plan on going all sorts of places, especially if Jonah's gonna be out of town working a lot. I definitely want to travel. If I can find some way to take care of the cats, definitely. Yeah, I'd love to see New York, but I feel like I could not be there long, if that makes sense. Because it just, I don't know, I feel like I feel claustrophobic. I can really imagine it being overwhelming, yeah. Thank you, Deesh. And yes, please, I would love the help. I appreciate it. Yeah, do you know how many huge buildings I see normally? It's not very many. Not at all. Oh man, yeah, pollution. Oh. There's some areas around here that are like that. Like, there's just sections here in Louisiana, especially around in Baton Rouge, for example, that are like, it's just, I don't know how else to describe it other than it's just areas where it's just strictly like factories. And it's nothing but like just factories for miles and shit, and you can see all the smoke coming out of the fucking, you know, stacks and shit going out into the air. It's gross. The rat stereotype is real. They're as big as dogs. What am I doing? I got turned around. I'm gonna restart. God, I've only seen that shit like on the internet of them making the benches impossible to sleep on, and it just, dude, that is so horrifying to me. You were joking that the rats are as big as dogs. Come on. I can't. You're talking like Chihuahua, right? Not like Doberman? That is fucking disgusting. Where do they want them to go? Like cats? Okay, well, good to know. If I ever go to New York, I'm bringing a can of bear spray. For the rats. We had a tornado come through here like a month or two ago, And after it happened, we were like riding through the property, like looking at all the damage, and there was a fucking gator just chilling, like in the middle of the grass, all by his lonesome. And I don't know what happened, but I'm convinced that the tornado picked him up and put him right there. And he was fine, like he was alive and shit. He was just like sitting, like just laying there, and he looked pretty pissed that we were like, you know, yelling at him and stuff. And eventually he just very slowly got up and started walking away. Okay, imagine how unsettled I was, dude, whenever Jonah told me, because he used to like work as the you know, landscaping like maintenance guy here on the property that we live on. And he told me one time that apparently there was baby alligators in the pond on the property and in the little fucking kiddie pool that they have on the property, which has like a pathway that you walk right by it. So there was babies in the kiddie pool and there was full-grown alligators in the pond. And like they were multiplying. I was very scared of the gators for a while, but they ended up not being much of a problem. We have foxes here, we have bears here, we also have wild hogs here, which are very annoying because they tear up your yard and you almost hit them at night because they just come running out of nowhere. And if you do hit them, that's over with. Yeah, wild hogs with tusks and everything, baby. And if you hit one of those, you're fucked. It's over with. Your car, Hogs are big and they're fucking heavy. I don't know what's worse, hitting a hog or a deer. I would start crying too, dude, because like I almost hit one night. And then he just like appeared out of nowhere. It freaked me the fuck out. Neopet. Hello, Charles. And then we have like normal things like raccoons, possums, armadillos. But those are cute, so. Gaming is going okay. Oh yeah, hurricanes love us. Tornadoes sometimes do. And then hurricanes cause flooding too, especially like at the bottom of Louisiana. I'm not gonna miss the hurricanes because we're leaving right smack in the middle of hurricane season. I'm so happy about that. And then also we're having a heat wave down here, which is lovely. Like excessive heat warnings every day. Temperature's been in the hundreds. Every time I go outside, I want to die. I can't wait to leave. And of course the humidity makes it feel like you're just stepping outside into the hottest swimming pool of hell. And dude, it's been over 90 degrees for like, I don't even know how long. Weeks? Months? It's so suffocating. And then the trailer I'm in has like no insulation or anything. We're just working with fans and, you know, the window air conditioners. And during the middle of the day, you can literally feel the heat like radiating into the fucking house. Even with the air conditioners running. It's horrible. And see, I normally like summer. I normally love the heat, but not like this. I can deal with like 80, 85 degrees max, but honey, this is too much for me. Straight up, it's global warming. I've been saying that all fucking summer. And they've even been saying on the news, like, record high heats and all of that. Yeah, global warming. No, he ain't, poor baby. Shit, I'm lucky I got a couple as a kid here in Louisiana. That was a shock. And that was very rare that we got snow here. And even rarer that it would actually stick to the ground. Jonah told me I'm actually going to get to experience like the 4 seasons for the first time in my life, and I'm interested to see what that's like. Yeah, I really don't know. I can imagine. Like, usually spring and summer just kind of blend together here. He has lived in Ohio, and he lived in he's from Louisiana, and he lived in Ohio for a while, and then he moved back to Louisiana. But, like, he's traveled all over the fucking place for work. Like, all over the place. He has been to so many states. I'm jealous. I love Halloween. I can't wait. I always looked forward to fall here because that was like the only time in Louisiana that you get decent temperatures, like 70s. So I feel like I'm really gonna love fall up north. Oh my goodness. Playing on emulator messed me up with this. Okay. I am also very excited to actually get to like decorate my house for Halloween and like put Halloween decorations in the front yard. I've never gotten to do that. I'm so excited. I know, like, oh my god. I've never had that. Like, I don't know if you've seen the trailer I've been living in for all these years, but it's like, it barely counts as a house. Yes, and Christmas lights. Me and Jonah are so excited for that. Like, we already have the fucking lights ready. Oh my gosh. Imagine, like, an old ass trailer from the 70s, okay? And it got sliced in half by a tree that fell on it one time, and they cinched it back together with a pull-along and, you know, fixed it up as best as they could, which was not well. Oh yeah, honey, it's even more jacked up than that. I'm just getting started. It is so awful. It's actually not mine. I've been renting it, and it's on the property of, like, a pretty popular wedding venue in this town. And, like, the property also has, like, all these different cottages and cabins that people rent out and stay in and stuff. And this particular trailer just happens to be behind an office building on the property. And it hadn't been used for, like, quite a while. And Cheryl, you remember Cheryl, I believe. She was the one who hooked me up with the place because she knows the owner. And I needed a place to stay. And, like, you know, I took it because I needed it. And, you know, I take what I can get. And the rent was cheap. But I had to clean the place myself. And, baby, when I tell you, the spiders own this place. This was Spider Central whenever I cleaned this place. I was so scared. I worked my ass off cleaning it. And I got it clean and livable. I drove the spiders out. And I've been here for like 5 years, 4 years, something like that. I'm sorry for making you itchy. But it was bad. I faced my fears doing that, dude. But yeah, the trailer is... I'll definitely give you a tour. I'll definitely FaceTime you. Yeah. You've got to see it. And, like, I love it, don't get me wrong, because it has been my home for all these years. Like, I've made so many memories here. And I've made it the best it could be, but, like, there's also so many issues with it that it's just, you know, I'm ready to be done with it. Oh, that was awful. Ugh. That's true. Thank you for validating me. Because, like, it's so old, half the outlets that are in here don't work. And then the rest of them, like, they barely exist for starters. Like, I've maybe got, like, one outlet in the living room, like, one outlet in the kitchen, one in the bathroom, and maybe two in the bedroom, and that's it. And that's just one complaint. The lights in the bathroom don't have a light switch. They don't turn off. The light switch was covered up by a wall. Why? I don't know. Okay, yeah, so you can relate. Electrical issues. I'm so for real. They covered up the fucking... the switch. I don't know why. Crazy ass people worked on this house. But yeah, like, because of the outlet issue, we have had to, like, daisy chain extension cords throughout the whole place just to have some semblance of normalcy. I'm trying to think what else is crazy that they did. There's a whole fireplace in here that is not safe to use. I have never seen a trailer with a fireplace. I don't know how it survived this long. Because, dude, I'm going to show you the fucking hill that it's on, too. Because it's sitting on a cliff, basically, on top of a lake. And it's very precariously perched. And I don't know how it has been here as long as it has. But, like, it survived the hurricanes. It survived the fucking tornadoes. It's been through it all. It's still here. This house, like... it's such a joke, dude. I love it. It's like a meme of a house. I shit you not. Like, yeah, have you ever seen a trailer with a fireplace? Because I haven't. And then also in the living room, they had a space cut out for an air conditioner right? But it's like on the bottom of the wall, so it's right next to the floor. And it's also big enough for one of those like heating and air units that you see in a hotel. So the hole is abnormally large, and we had to fill it with shit in order to put a small air conditioner in there. Okay, a double wide, yeah. I could see a double wide, but this thing is not a double wide. It's a single wide on a good day. What am I doing? The lore with the stove. I love how you asked that. The lore with the stove is that there is a stove that was in it's still here. There's been a stove in this trailer since we moved in, but I have always been too scared to use it. Jonah's always been too scared to use it, and my mom has been too scared to use it. But like, I know the bitch works because somehow it's plugged in. I don't even know how it got plugged in. That's a whole other thing because I didn't plug it in. But it's plugged in because I see a time like flashing on the front of it. But honey, I've never turned that thing on. I am too frightened to. I don't know if it's gas. I don't know if it's electric. And then also, another issue we have in this trailer is if you're in the kitchen, okay, if you, for example, I have the toaster oven on and I'm cooking something in the toaster oven. If I put something in the microwave, the breaker in the kitchen blows and I gotta go flip it. So we could never really run more than one thing in the kitchen at a time. And because of that, I was always frightened as hell to turn the stove on. Because of that. Because I was like, I don't know if it'll cause a fire, but if it does cause a fire, I'm not prepared. Yeah, like, ugh. I always hated that. It would drive me nuts, because I'd always forget that I had something on, and I'd go to cook something else, and then boom, darkness. That was one good thing, at least. We could have the AC on and the microwave on, but the minute we tried to like cook two things at once, it was like, nope, not allowed. So trying to make Thanksgiving dinner in this bitch was hell. Oh man, I've never lived in a house with a basement. Basements are just not common around here. But I've always wanted one. Weirdly enough. A safety hazard. Rip. I can see that. Oh my god, yeah, that's a nightmare if your basement's flooding. That's scary. Arr. Like, growing up, TV and shit always gave me the impression that a house is supposed to have a basement and an attic. And I never had that because I always lived in trailers growing up. And it always bothered me. He was probably drunk. I'm sorry, but picturing your grandpa drunk building a house is the funniest thing to me. Oh my goodness. I'll be right back. I gotta go potty. Eight closets for no reason. Just on one floor. Closets without doors. That is pretty weird. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm excited just to have closets. Because I do not have closets in this trailer. I think I'm gonna stop streaming, but I'm probably gonna FaceTime you, Amaya, if you're cool with that. Because I'm done with the game for the night. Sure. That is not a problem. Enjoy your shower.